museums, theaters, art galleries. The UNESCO awarded Budapest the Best World Heritage Site. So it's really a lot of sightseeing point to visit during your studying period here. And Budapest, the city was awarded with the best destination in 2019. You have to know that we are a really safe city, so it's really safe, and we, according to research, Budapest belongs to the most safest city in the world. So it's really safe when you are staying here. What opportunities you will have when you enter Hungary with the student visa? First of all, I would like to inform you when you enter to Hungary with the student visa, of course, you have to enroll first. And at the enrollment, you will get the residency permit from the university. It's really important because before it, you had to go to the immigration office, but now the process is much more easier because at the enrollment, you will get the residency permit. And with the residency permit, you enter the Schengen country, the Schengen zone. So it's really easy to travel and explore not only Budapest, but all the Schengen countries, the European Union countries. And it's really important when you will stay here, when you study here, the Hungarian law allows the student to work 30 hours in a week besides the classes in a part-time job. So it's important. It must be a part-time job, not a full-time job, but you will have time besides the classes to work if you would like. It's not a mandatory thing, but a possibility for the student. And we have a career center in the university building. We have a team who will help you to find a job, because I think at the beginning it's really important to apply for a job with the university help, because in this way it definitely will be legal and definitely will be official. With this 30 hours per week work, you can earn around 300 and 400 euro per month. So it depends on the company and on the work. You can see that the average monthly living cost between 600 and 700 euro per month. So this salary won't cover all the expenses, but could be a good pocket money for you to cover at least a part of the expenses during your stay in Hungary. And after the graduation, it's important, you can stay, you can extend the residency permit with 3 months. And if you would like to find a job here, you have 3 months to apply. And to get the work permit, it is the company responsibility, not the university. Of course, you can apply with the university help, with the help of our career center's colleague. But to get the work permit, it is the company who can arrange it for you, not the university. About the university itself, we are the biggest private university in Hungary. We have 7,000 students, and from this number, 1,000 and around 300 are international ones. We have more than 20 English-speaking programs. It's important to know that our degree is an accredited one, so all over the Europe will be accepted if you would like to study further. And it's important that we are the member of the Erasmus program, which is an exchange program. We have more than 200 partner universities, and you can apply with our Erasmus team for the program after completing the first year. So from the second year, you can apply to the exchange program. But I will give you detailed information a little bit later about this. As I mentioned, we have around 1,300 international students, mostly from China, from Azerbaijan, from the post-Soviet region, from Africa. And of course, I have to say that the number of the students from Bangladesh are increasing, so you will have many older students from your country, because Hungary is really popular among the Bangladesh students, and we have a little community in Budapest from the students, so you will have friends here and students from your country who can help you to get used to the city and to get used to the university. We have 3 main campuses. It's really important that as a biggest private university in Budapest, we have 3 main campuses. The main one is the Nagy Lajos campus. You have to know that all our campuses have a really good location. So all of them really close to the main public transportation line, the underground line, the bus line, tram line. So it's really, really easily to reach all part of Budapest from the campuses. So as I mentioned, the biggest one and the main one is the Nagy Lajos campus. The business-related programs, so business administration and management, marketing, communication, tourism, international relation will start from here. So those students who apply any of these mentioned program will start the education, the studying period at Nagy Lajos campus. The other campus is the InfoPark campus, which is the newest one. The animation and the film and media studies, these 2 programs will start from here, but the aim of the management and the owners that in a few years all the program will move here to the InfoPark campus area, because this area has many buildings. So in a short future, 3 or 4 years, all the program will move to the InfoPark campus building. And the third one, the smallest one, is the Rózsa campus. It is for the other art-related programs, because the art programs has many workshops, so that's why they need a little bit more space, more classrooms. So that's why this animation program is a little bit separate from the other programs and got an own campus building, and this is the Rózsa campus. And what kind of program we can offer to you? Of course, you do not have to sign anything down, because your agent, StudyFirstInfo, can help you if you are hesitating which program to choose. But on bachelor level, what we can offer, business administration and management, commerce and marketing, tourism and catering, communication and media science, and international relation. And you can see that the bachelor programs generally last for 3 years or 3 years and a half. So these programs include 6 or 7 semesters. The only exception is the tourism and catering, because this program has a 1-year mandatory internship program. That's why this program lasts for 4 years, so includes 8 semesters. The university, as I mentioned, we have a career center. We have many contracted partner companies. So we will offer to you options where to work this 1-year mandatory program, and you will get salary during this mandatory internship as well. Most of our programs start 2 times in a year, in September and in February. Now the application is open for the fall intake, so you can apply for the September intake, but these business-related programs start in September and in February as well. What we can offer on art on bachelor level: animation, environmental design, graphic design, and film and media studies. And these programs, all the art programs, last for 3 years. And just for your information, that the art programs, because there are many internship and workshop during the program, start only in September. Now you can apply, but keep in mind that the art programs only start in September. And you can see the tuition fees at all the programs. These fees per semester tuition fees. So not for the year, it is for 1 semester. What we can offer on master level, it is communication and media studies, management and leadership, marketing, tourism management, and MBA, Master of Business Administration. And the master program lasts for 2 years, includes 4 semesters. And similar to the bachelor level, these programs have 2 intakes, in September and in February. And what we can offer on master level in arts, art and design management, and graphic design. About our education system, we have a practice-based education system. It means that the classes are really small, so between 15, 20, maximum 25 students will start in 1 classes. You will work in teams. You have to complete portfolio works at the end of each semester, so you can gather experiences, what you can build in your CV, in your portfolio later. And there are small trainings. You can decide what to choose, what to study, and you can learn many useful skills that you can use later in the real life and the labor market. Like sales and negotiation techniques, media skills, storytelling, communication or manipulation, time management. So you can decide what to study, and you can complete short trainings during the education as well. And it's really important to mention, and we are really proud of this, that according to the QS start evaluation process, METU received 4 stars out of 5. So it means that the students are really satisfied with our education system, with the university, and this means for us they are recommend the university for family members and for friends as well. So we are really proud of that we got this award from the student. About the application, so we can start how to apply to the university. The process is really easy. The most important requirement is the 60% of GPA. So it means that your previous school result, you have to have the minimum of 60%. It's really easy because in case of Bangladesh certificates, always included on the certificate a grading system, and it shows that what is the 60%. If the grading system is from 0 to 5, the 60% is 3.5, and if the grading system is from 0 to 4, the 60% is 3.0. So all before the application, always check your GPA, or your agency will, of course, do it instead of you. Because unfortunately, if you don't reach this minimum 60%, you will be rejected. So don't submit the application. This is the most important requirement. The admission team will check the GPA at the beginning of the admission process after submitting the application. Of course, the passport is really important as well. Always check the expiry date because it must be longer than 6 months. And about the IELTS and the English certificate, it's important to know that to apply to the university, we do not need the certificate itself, but because the Zoom interview, which is a mandatory step, an online interview in our admission process, and because the visa process, the visa interview will be in English as well. So even if we don't ask the certificate, we always recommend, if somebody would like to apply any of our bachelor program, his or her English knowledge should be equivalent with IELTS 5.5, and in case of master application, IELTS 6.0. So even if we do not need the certificate, the English knowledge is a must to apply to the university, not because of our admission process, but because of the visa process. Because I can tell you that, of course, we got visa rejection as well from Bangladesh, and there are 2 main reasons of the rejection. One of them is the lack of the English knowledge. Because you are applying an English taught program, so that's why they are checking, of course, your English knowledge. And the other thing is the financial background. So these are the 2 most important things before the visa process to prepare, because these are the 2 main reasons of the rejections. And about the MET test, those students who will apply to bachelor level, it's important that bachelor, because the topic of the MET test from high school topic. So that's why master applicants do not have to write this MET test. And because and before business administration and management, commerce and marketing, and tourism and catering. So before these 3 bachelor program, there is a mandatory MET test. So when you will participate at the Zoom interview, the online Zoom interview, you will start this MET test. You will get 10 questions with multiple choice option. And as I mentioned, the topics from high school topics, and you can see that if you answer 1, 2, or 3 questions correctly, unfortunately, you failed the interview, so it will stop. You won't be able to go on to the oral part. If you answer 4, 5, 6 questions correctly, you can go on to the oral interview, and if it will be a successful one, the admission team will offer you a foundation preparatory semester, and you can increase your math knowledge, and after this preparatory semester, of course, you can join to the normal program. Of course, if you answer 7, 8, 9, 10 questions correctly, the math test is a successful one, and you can go on to the oral Zoom interview. We have a sample math test. It includes 25 questions, of course, with solution. Your agency, StudyFirstInfo, has this math test, so they can share it with you. And I really recommend to go through the question, go through the exercises, because the question, of course, won't be the same at the math test, but really, really similar. So if you practice from this sample math test, I'm sure that there won't be any problem at the math test. So it's important to know that it in case only bachelor application, and in case only business administration and management, commerce and marketing, and tourism and catering. And the reason you have to participate at the math test, because there will be math-related subjects. So that's why we have to test your math knowledge at the Zoom interview. So when you completed the math test, of course, it was mandatory to complete. You can go on to the oral part of the Zoom interview, which is divided 3 main parts. The first one is just a warming up, so you can speak about yourself, about your country, about your hobbies, family. But the most important part from the university aspect is the personal motivation. So why you choose our university, why you choose Budapest, why you choose the program you choose, and you can count on program-related questions. So maybe they will ask that after the graduation, what kind of job would you like to get, or business would you like to start? What are your future plans? So in this part, you can count on program-related questions. And the last part of the Zoom interview is a basic knowledge about Hungary and about the university. It's really recommended to read through some informational website about Hungary, and of course to go through at least once at the university website. These questions are similar to the visa interview questions, so it could be a practice before the visa. When you completed the Zoom interview, in 2 days, the latest in 2 days, but generally in 1 day, you will get the result. And if you are accepted, you are in the provisionally accepted status, which means that you are provisionally accepted, and you have to indicate at the Dream Apply system, which is our application system, that what you will need from the university. There are 2 mandatory fees you have to pay. One of them is the application fee, which is divided registration fee plus enrollment fee. The registration fee must be paid or transferred after submitting the application. This is €200. And the enrollment fee must be paid at the end of the admission process with the other fees. So the first mandatory fee is the application fee, and the other one is the tuition fee for 1 year, which is in case bachelor student can be between 6,000 and 10,000 euro in a year, and in case of master student can be between 7,000 and 10,000 euro in a year. So these are the 2 mandatory fees you have to pay to get our acceptance letter. But you have to indicate at the provisionally accepted status if you will need dormitory from the university, visa assistance from the university, or healthcare insurance from the university. These things are optional, but if you will need any of them from the university, you have to pay the fees with the other fees as well to get our final acceptance letter. The dormitory, if you need the dormitory, the university do not have an own dormitory, but we have a really good contracted partner dormitory, which is the CU Residence Center. If you need the dormitory, you have to pay a dormitory deposit, which is €750, and 3 months rental fee, which is €1,320 for the 3 months. The visa assistance is a documentation check by our legal advisor. It's an optional thing as well. So when you collect all the required documents for the visa, if you need our visa assistance, our legal advisor will read through this all the documentation, and she will of course check it. And if something is missing, she can recommend what to add or what is missing. The last thing is the healthcare insurance, which is €150 for a semester. We have a contracted partner called Medicover. And as I mentioned, these things are not mandatory things, but just keep in mind that for the visa, a long-term accommodation contract is a required document, and the healthcare insurance is a required document as well. So if you do not have anything, so any friends or help to find an accommodation here in Hungary or a healthcare insurance company, it's really recommended to use the university healthcare insurance company or dormitory to get all the documentation for the visa. As I mentioned, now you can apply for the fall intake. And now we are in the early bird period as well. The deadline of the early bird discount is the middle of May, so the 15th of May. It means that if you submit your application till the end of May, so just submit, not to complete, you will be eligible for 10% discount from the first year tuition fee. So I think it's a good discount, and the webinar discount can add as well to the application. So in this case, you can get 20% discount from the first semester tuition fee and 10% discount from the second semester tuition fee. The application deadline for non-EU student is the end of June because of the visa process. So you can calculate with the visa minimum 1.5 months or 2 months to get the decision after the visa interview. So that's why we have to close the application to have enough time for the visa. And the semester will start at the end of September, I think at the 20th or 21st of September. And I told you that we have a contracted partner dormitory. It's EU dormitory. It is really close to the Nagy Lajos campus, the main campus. It's 10 minutes by bus stop. It has a swimming pool, a sauna, a gym inside, a cafeteria as well. So it's a really big dormitory. They can offer you single and shared rooms as well. Oh, it's really, really sad to have it because we are almost at the end of the yes, but we are always the end of the presentation, so that's why I told this is the. But maybe they heard the most important things. Maybe not as important to see, but it would be better. But now it's always at the end of the presentation. So this is the dormitory. Yes, we can discuss. Yes, of course. So this is the dormitory. You can see some pictures about the dormitory. And as I told you, we have single and shared rooms we can offer for the student. We have an excellent scholarship because we are private university. We do not have stipendium Hungaricum, but what we can offer for the student is a merit-based scholarship called Excellence Award. The students are not able to apply for this award, but at the end of the admission process, if the student is a really, really good one, the admission team will award the student with this excellent scholarship, which is 15% discount from the first year tuition fee. The admission team will check and evaluate your English knowledge, your Zoom interview performance, the personal motivation, as I told you, and the GPA. And because this is a merit-based scholarship, the GPA must be minimum 90%. But this is not an impossible thing because Jubet can say that many of your or many applicants from Bangladesh got this excellent scholarship already. And the scholarship, I mentioned that we are the member of the Erasmus scholarship or Erasmus program, which means that we have more than 200 partner universities. From the second year, you can apply for the Erasmus program, and you will get a scholarship, of course, during the program, around 500 euro per month. You can collect credit during the scholarship as well. So you do not have to start the second semester, the third semester or fourth semester again. You can collect the credit and the university will accept it. And the most important thing that you have to pay the same tuition fee as you would pay it here in Metropolitan University. So no matter which university you are studying or attending, you have to pay the same tuition fee as you would pay here at Metu. And that's the presentation. And just for a minute, let me go back to the building. So this is the Nagy Lajos campus building, the main campus. I told you this is the InfoPark campus for animation and film and media studies. And the smallest campus for the other art program is the Rózsa campus. And I think that's it. So that was the most important thing I would like to share with you. And if you have any question, of course, we can discuss it now, and we can talk about the question. Anybody has a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
So it's about the study gap.
Yes.
I have almost 11 years study gap. So is it possible, or will your university, Budapest Metropolitan University, will accept my file? Because after my secondary is in 2009, and then my higher secondary is in 2013. So there is a 2 years gap first, and then after that, I was studying in Malaysia as an international student, and for the COVID, I had to came back, and after that, I didn't complete my bachelor there, so I don't have that certificate. And right now, I wanna come to Hungary, especially Budapest Metropolitan University, because there is a subject which is my dream subject, and that is hospitality and catering, tourism and catering, like that. So I want to study there. So my first question is, I have to pay the application fee, that is 200 euro. Yes. So now I just want to be sure that Budapest Metropolitan University will accept or not my study gap. So that is my question.
It's a good question, because generally, of course, all the application is evaluated individually. So this admission team, we read through the motivation letter, we read, of course, check the GPA and all the other submitted documents. And of course, if the student is really good, even if we have a study gap, which is in case of bachelor applicants is 3 and 5 years. In case of master applicants, between 5 and 8 years. So yours a little bit more, but you can explain that you started your bachelor degree, but unfortunately, because of the COVID, you have to stop it. So you have to write a really good motivation letter. And I think in this case, the study gap is not as big, because you spent or you studied a few years at Malaysia. So I really...
Yeah, 3 years, almost 3 years.
So in this case...
Sorry to interrupt.
So in this case, I think you can explain why you have this big study gap. And I just can encourage you to apply, because I think the COVID, of course, it's a good yes.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Yeah, okay, I will try then.
Yes, and please check your GPA, because this is the other important
thing.
My
GPA is above, it's fulfill your requirement, above 60%.
Okay, if you have it, it's enough. So this is the most important thing, to have the 60% of GPA.
Okay, thank you.
Hello,
Hello.
I am Muhammad Alamin. I have a question. I have completed my bachelor degree in 2019, and now I work in a private company. Now my study gap is 5 years. My
I think it's
CGPA is 2.
if you would like to
Uh,
apply to the master program, it's good.
good. My CGPA is 2.91 out of 4. Is it possible?
Out of 4, what is the
My
amount?
GPA is 2.9. 2.91.
9.1 out of
Near about 3 out of
I cannot.
2.9.
He's saying 2.2.91.
Or 2.91 out of
Yeah,
5. I think it's not enough because if
out of four.
reading
Not,
out
not,
of
not. It's out of four.
out of 4, so out of 4, the 60% is
3. Yeah,
3.0, but
4.
2.9, what is the end?
91.
2.91.
9.1. Phew, it's not enough. Unfortunately, it's not
It's a
enough.
close call.
Yes, it's really regret to say it's really close. It's really close. Yes, but this is the most. So we do not need English certificate. We do not need a big GPA, but this is the 50% is a mandatory. So it's included in the website as well. So this is the first thing the admission team will check. I'm really sorry to say that.
Hi, Eva. Hello.
Hello.
Actually, I want to share one thing that you mentioned that there is a English proficiency need to have for master's degree. Actually, I have a PTA score. So, is it okay for applying masters?
It is English.
Yes, Pearson English
Mm,
test.
So, as I mentioned, we do not need English certificate because there will be an oral Zoom interview, an oral interview in the oral part in the Zoom interview. So the admission team will check. So it's a mandatory thing, no matter if the student has any English certificate, IELTS or any other kind of English certificate, they have to, or everybody has to participate in this Zoom interview, the oral Zoom interview, and the admission team will check your English knowledge. So you can apply, yes, if you can speak English, apply, and because the admission team will check your English knowledge, and if anybody do not have any certificate but will need for the visa, the university can issue an English certificate at the end of the admission process. So yes, if you have an English certificate is an advantage. You can apply, but no matter what kind of English certificate you have, you can apply because your English knowledge will be tested at the Zoom oral Zoom interview.
Okay, thank you. And one more thing I want to mention that there is a subject which is related to master's degree management and leadership.
Yes. Yes, we have
So,
this program.
okay. So in that case, yeah, after successfully completing this masters, what is the career path of this related to this degree? I mean, what
So
will be
it's
the
really
career?
you. Of course, if you graduate, because many times it happened that the student not complete the study, so not get the diploma from the university. If you get the degree at the university, it's really easy. Not just Hungary, but any European country to find a job with your degrees. It's really easy.
Okay, because I'm in a HR, I mean human resource department, so that's why I'm asking this question that if I am successfully completing that degree, that it will be easier for me to get a good career in Europe country. That is the
I am
question.
sure, yes, but if you have HR experience as well, so it's management and leadership and HR. I think these two fields are really searched in Europe, so you can easily find any job regarding these two subjects.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Hi, Eva.
Hello.
This is Jamal Islam Bhuyan. I have some question. So may I ask?
Yes, of course you can ask, but can you go a little bit closer to your microphone because I hardly can hear you.
Oh, okay. Now it's clear.
It's better, yes, much more.
Completed my SSC in 2016, then completed my HSC in 2018. Both of them are in science background, and my result was in HSC 4.67 and HSC 5 out of 5. Then I recently from IUBT University, and my CGPA was 3.60 out of 4. So may I know how much scholarship may I get, or something, and the bank solvency, how I have to show you, or something like that?
So it seems that your GPA are really excellent, so it's really high. But I mentioned to you that to get the scholarship, the admission team will evaluate your English knowledge as well and the Zoom interview performance. But of course, we can mention, and I can mention to the admission team that consider your excellent scholarship award because you are a really excellent student with a great previous school result. But there are two other fields, or there are two other sources: the English knowledge and the Zoom interview performance, which belongs to the evaluation to get the excellent scholarship. But I think you have a really good chance to get it, to apply. So I just recommend to apply. And with Jubed, we will ask or send a requirement to the admission team that consider your excellent award. Excellent scholarship award during the admission process. Because the students are not able to apply directly for this award, the admission team can award it at the end of the admission process after completing the admission process. So any other question? Jubed, do you have any question mentioned in written?
Yes, ma'am, I have one question.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Khairul Islam, and I have completed my SSC in 2017, and my result was 4.83 out of 5. And after that, I have completed diploma on computer science, and it was 2020. And it was 2020. And recently, I have completed my IELTS also, and I have got 6. So now I want to know about the Metropolitan University. I am eligible for this, and
Yes.
There is any chances to get a scholarship, this result or something?
I'm not sure. I don't know about the scholarship because I mentioned that we have this excellent scholarship, but with the computer science, you know that we do not have a computer science program. We have management and leadership, which is close to the, not computer science, but you will study computer science in the program, maybe 1 classes in a week, or you will study mathematics as well. Because you are coming from a different field, with a different curriculum, so maybe you will need a pre-master before starting the normal program, because you know that if somebody completed the bachelor degree, when you apply to the university, there is a department check. It means that the academic part, the professors from the academic part will check your previous degree, and they will check how many credits you collected during the previous diploma. And if it's not enough, because the curriculum is a little bit different from ours or the previous one, they will recommend you a pre-master semester before the normal program, so you can collect the missing credits and then start the normal program. But of course, if your credits are enough, you can immediately, or you can start choose the normal program at the university after the enrollment. So the scholarship, as I mentioned, I don't know it now because it's an evaluation process and the admission team will do it. They are awarding or they are offering this excellent scholarship. But apply to the university at the end of the admission process, we will see that if you are eligible to get it or not. I hope this was enough.
Yes, ma'am. I have got my question.
Okay, thank you.
Answer.
Okay. It is always depending on the university. So I just can say what we have at the university. We can accept transfer student, of course, but to be a transfer student, of course, the curriculum must be really similar. And there is a department check as well. So the professor will check that what kind of subject we can accept. And it's enough to be a transfer student. So let's say if you completed 2 semesters to start here the third one or the fourth one. So it's always depend on the university. So maybe you can check on the university website in Germany that how the transfer process at their university. But I think if the curriculum are similar, so you will choose a same or really similar program at what you are studying at the Metropolitan University, I'm sure that it's possible because every university has or accept transfer students from other universities as well. But it's individual, so it depends always on the university, how they accept it and what is the exact process. But as our university degree is an accredited one, I am sure that if the other university accept transfer student, they will accept you. So our university curriculum and the studying education system are accepted and accredited ones. So you can, of course, go to other institutions as well. So all the agents telling us that at Metropolitan we have the most students from Bangladesh. So it's really, really popular, and we are really proud of this, that you are coming to our university, you like the program. The visa ratio, let's say it's between, I think, 65 and 70%. So luckily, the acceptance ratio are higher than the rejected ratio. I told you that the lack of the English knowledge and the financial background could be the 2 main reasons the students are rejected. But the last semester, I think we have 45 students from Bangladesh, so it's a really huge number. And we are always telling them that complete the education, so not leave the university after the 2nd or 3rd semester, because you are much more easier can find a really, really good job. So not just labor work. So if you have a degree from our university, you can go and study further at any other European universities, and you can, somebody asked what is the job, how easy to find a job without degree. So with degree, it's much more easier to find a job than without degree. So sometimes we realize that the student in the university after the 1st or 2nd semester, but now we can see that they are skipping 1 semester, but they are coming back because they realize that to get a degree at any university, your chance to get a really good job at the European Union, not just in Hungary, but any other European countries, much more easier with a degree than without it. And you saw that the bachelor programs like generally 3 years, so it's not too much. And in Hungary, you can work besides the classes. So it's really worth to get the degree here, to complete the university and get the diploma. And after, it's really and much more easier to find a really good job with a high salary than without a degree. Exactly. Yes, StudyFirstInfo, our best agency, so I can tell it to you. And they have a really good experience. They have many students who went through not at our admission process, but at the visa interview process as well. So they have experience. They can really help you both with the admission process and with the visa, which is important. More important, I think, than the admission process. So many of their students went through the process, many of their students enrolled to the university, so they really know both process, the visa and our admission process as well. They can really help you. If you have any question or need assistance, you can contact them anytime.
Ma'am.
ভাইয়া
Yes, ma'am.
এখানে
I
আমি
had
আরেকটু
one
add
question.
করি, একটু অ্যাড করি, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আফটার স্টাডি ওয়ার্ক পারমিটটা আর স্পাউসের বিষয়টা কি এখানে আমি তুলবো নাকি আপনাদের সাথে পরবর্তীতে এই বিষয়ে নিয়ে কথা বলবো?
Yes, it's similar as the United Kingdom. So unfortunately, during the studying period, it's not allowed to the family. Of course, they can visit you for a short period, but to settle here down and for the family reunification, unfortunately, it's not possible. Maybe it will change, but now the newest or the last accepted requirements according to them, it's not bring spouse during the education to Hungary for family reunification. Oh, it's a good question. I have to double check it because you know that the new rules are just started, just accepted, and we do not know how it's in practice. So we have to double check it. I will ask it because to let you know, I don't want to say not exact things. So I will double check and I will send it to the agent and give you the updated regulation about information about the updated regulation and the last accepted regulations. Yes. Yes, and Europe will be open for you. So much more easier to find a legal job with a degree than without a degree. With a degree, it's important with a degree. Yes, but we can see now we can see that the student coming back, they skip one semester, but they start and they enroll because they realize that to complete the university is they will get much more better condition at the job than without a degree, because without a degree the salaries are much more lower and maybe the work just an illegal one, and and I will find something. Yes, you can find something, but it's really, really low.
Yes, ma'am. I have one question. Hello.
Yes.
I'm not clear about it. I have completed my computer diploma. So
Yes.
right now I want to study in computer related subject in Budapest Metropolitan in university. So there is any chances to get computer related subject?
I told you that we have management and leadership, which not computer science, but maybe it's close, it's management and leadership. Unfortunately, we do not have computer science or data science or this kind of program. Unfortunately, we are not able to offer you. But if you have the degree in this computer science, as I told you, you can apply and there will be a department check. We will check your credits. And if it's enough to the, let's say, management and leadership, you can start the normal program. If not enough, we have a pre-master program, which means that you can increase or you can collect, the missing credits. And then after this pre-semester, you can start the normal program. So unfortunately, computer science we do not have.
Okay, ma'am, got it.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
My name is Mohammed Saqib Hassan, and I have completed my school in 2010. After that, I completed my diploma in 2019. And after completing my diploma, I have a job experience, almost 4 years plus experience I have and my subject is architecture. And I completed my diplomas in architecture. And now I'm working in an architectural firm, and I am very excited. I'm very excited, and